Breaking up is never easy, is it? The pain is intense, like an invisible wound that hurts with every breath. When a relationship ends, you feel like your heart is being squeezed, tormented to the point of exhaustion. It's like someone has taken away the most precious part of you, leaving a vast and painful emptiness. And the hardest thing is not the moment of breaking up, but the time after, the limbo period when you are trying to find yourself, learning to heal, but the memories of that person keep lingering. But remember, you deserve to be loved, and first you need to learn to love yourself. So today, let's explore effective ways to stop missing your ex, overcome the hurt, and embark on a new journey where you become a stronger and more radiant version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss the latest videos. You don't have to walk this journey alone, we'll be together. First, you need to accept that you and your ex have broken up. Yes, this truth can be so painful that you don't dare to face it, but it is a necessary first step to healing. If you are reading or listening to these lines, I'm sure you are probably not the one who initiated the breakup. And sometimes in your mind, you still cling to a fragile hope that things might change. But that is the biggest obstacle. Psychologically, our brains need clarity to begin the healing process. When you cling to hope, you keep the pain alive, like a wound that never gets stitched up. Admit that this relationship is over, that any attempt to hold on will only lead you further astray. When you truly accept this, it is not weakness, it is strength. It is the beginning of a complete healing journey. Did you know that there are over 7.5 billion people in this world? And for a relationship to be successful, you only need to find the right one. Yes, you won't find anyone exactly like your ex, but is that really what you need? While memories of them still haunt you, remember that there is an ocean of other amazing people out there. Maybe the person you never thought of will be the one to revive your heart again. More importantly, ask yourself, was your ex really the perfect one? Or were you simply used to them, so used to them that you mistook familiarity for irreplaceability? If you were dumped, remember this, there is nothing wrong with you. The end of a relationship is not proof of your failure, but sometimes it's just a sign that the other person is not worthy of continuing on your journey. Remember that you are a unique, precious, and irreplaceable diamond. Let them go look for someone like you. They will never find one. No one can be exactly like you, and that's what makes you special. You didn't lose them, they lost you. So how do you stop missing them? Face an important truth. There is no predetermined perfect half. Billions of people out there represent infinite possibilities, choices you've never allowed yourself to explore. Ex-lover is not the final destination in your journey, it's just a stop. The only thing you need to do now is move on, stronger, more resilient. Of course, breaking up is painful, and no one is immune to that pain. No matter who you are, the feeling of loss and emptiness is the same. But see this as an opportunity to grow. If you are a man, statistics show that you may recover faster. However, be careful not to bury your true emotions by rushing into short-term relationships just to maintain your self-esteem. And if you are a woman, know that the healing process will be longer but deeper. Take this time to connect with yourself, your friends and family. They are the safest haven for you to find peace again. And finally, don't let the breakup become a burden on your soul. See it as a lesson, albeit painful but necessary, for you to love yourself more, appreciate your worth more, and move forward with a strong, resilient heart. You are the only one who defines your worth, not your ex, not anyone else. Number 2, absolutely no contact with them. The no contact rule is not just advice, it's a necessary step to free yourself. You might think staying in contact will make things easier, or hope that someday feelings will find their way back. But be honest with yourself. That's not going to happen. Every time you text or call, you're not only prolonging the pain but also hurting yourself. Because the reality is you're searching for something that no longer exists. I know that letting go of a deep connection isn't easy. That's why we need to talk about a different approach. replace instead of remember. This isn't an attempt to erase memories of your ex. That's impossible and unnecessary. Instead, create new memories to help you see life through a different lens. Replacing instead of remembering is not about denial but transformation. You don't need to avoid all the places associated with your ex, but you also don't need to force yourself to recall every sad thing. Turn old experiences into opportunities to create new positive moments, because memories, whether negative or positive, are just a part of life's journey. And this doesn't just stop at the places you go, but also in how you view love. When you think about dating, fear may arise, fear that you will break up again, that things won't go as expected. But that's precisely why you need to start over gently. Dating doesn't have to be a grand adventure or a fairy tale. It just needs to be small steps for you to explore yourself, to understand what truly matters to you. You don't need to impress anyone. Instead, use this time to understand who you are after the old relationship. What do you like? Where do you want to go? What makes you feel comfortable or uncomfortable? Remember, you have changed. You love differently, you break up differently, and you grow from the hurt. And there will be better people in the future waiting for you. Number 3, stop following their social media. I know you might think you're strong enough to face it, that you're just taking a quick glance, nothing serious. You tell yourself it's just to check in, to make sure everything is okay. But the truth is, every time you click to view their status updates, pictures, or stories, you're unconsciously keeping your pain alive, little by little. You might feel a fleeting sense of satisfaction seeing them, as if there's still some connection, but it's just an illusion. Your brain is tricked, like a thirsty person in the desert seeing a mirage of a stream. You convince yourself that you're okay, that it doesn't affect you. But deep down, that feeling only pushes you into a loop of hurt. You look, you remember, you hurt, and then you look again. Just like that, you trap yourself in the past without being able to step out. The worst part is you start comparing. You'll wonder why they seem to be doing better than you. Why are they still smiling radiantly while you're struggling not to cry every night? Your mind will try to find clues. Is there someone else in their life yet? Has anyone replaced you? Each unanswered question will be like a silent knife cutting deep into your heart, exhausting you without you knowing it. But you should stop and ask yourself, what does this really bring you? Does keeping an eye on their life make you feel freer? Or does it just keep you bound by memories that no longer have meaning? Continuing to follow them is not a mature act, but a way of avoiding your true feelings. By clinging to the fragments of a relationship that has ended, you not only keep yourself stuck, but also deny yourself the opportunity to heal. Stopping following them is not for them, but for you. It's your way of telling yourself, I deserve peace, a fresh start, and I will not let anything hold me back in the old days. Don't look back at what's lost, because the most precious thing you need to find is ahead. And that's a better, stronger version of yourself. You once loved them, but now you need to love yourself more. Stop looking at where you left, look at where you're going. And I believe that place will be much more beautiful than anything you've ever imagined. Number 4, keeping everything inside. You keep everything inside and it's exhausting you. Trying to hold back all your emotions, like holding a pitcher full of water about to overflow, only makes the weight in your heart grow heavier. You fear that if you speak up, you will be judged as weak, or worse, bother those around you. But the truth is, no one can bear this pain for you, and no one understands you better than yourself. Yes, constantly talking about your ex and painful memories can push your friends away. But on the contrary, saying absolutely nothing, remaining completely silent, and letting all the emotions build up inside can be the reason why you remain stuck in pain. When you don't speak up, those feelings don't disappear. They just silently grow like undercurrents, and they will keep coming back, stronger and stronger. Face your pain bravely. That doesn't mean you have to recount every sad detail or make yourself the victim in every story. Instead, choose someone you trust, someone willing to listen without judgment. When you speak up, you'll realize that what hurts you most deeply is not the breakup, but your own silence. Speaking up doesn't hurt you more. It's a way for you to regain your strength little by little. If you feel like you have no one to trust, don't hesitate to seek out a therapist. They are not only listeners, but also people who help you rearrange the fragments of your emotions more completely. Non-judgmental listening is a therapy. Sometimes just having someone understand and acknowledge your feelings is enough to make you feel relieved. Imagine every word spoken is a stone lifted from your heart. Little by little, you will feel the relief you have long craved. This is not to forget your ex, but to free yourself from repressed emotions, from endless loops of memories. You can't heal if you're still holding back. Silence doesn't make you stronger, it just lets the pain silently break you from the inside. Remember, you don't have to go through it all alone. There are people willing to be with you, listen to you, and sometimes just one such person is enough for you to overcome the pain, to find yourself again. You can share your story in the comment section. I will be with you through this difficult time. Number 5. Focusing on your ex's mistakes. Think about it. Is the way you're remembering your ex really fair to yourself? We often hear the saying, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. This is not just a metaphor, but how our minds work when faced with loss. It causes us to cling to the best things about a past relationship, even idealize them, to the point of denying the unpleasant realities we've been through. Yes, keeping good memories of your ex can help you move forward with a lighter heart. But what happens when you only choose to remember the wonderful moments they brought? You start to create an unrealistic image of them, a perfect version that never existed, and that's what keeps you stuck. People who can't let go of the past are often stuck on 2 points: the happiness their ex once brought and the deep pain when things ended. When you let your mind revolve around these 2 extremes, you not only lose the opportunity to heal, but also unconsciously build a wall, preventing yourself from seeing the truth. You're only looking at one part of the picture, and that's not fair to yourself. Try to remember more comprehensively. No one and no relationship is perfect. If things were really as great as you remember, you two wouldn't have broken up. Perhaps there were times they hurt you, endless arguments, or differences that the two of you couldn't reconcile. Those things don't erase the value of good memories, but they remind you that this relationship had a reason to end. When you allow yourself to acknowledge the negative things as well, you will see them more clearly, not as a perfect dream, but as a real person with flaws and mistakes. This does not diminish the value of the love you gave, but it helps you understand that that love, no matter how beautiful, was not enough to keep you two together. Number 6. Spend time with family and friends. One of the most important things you can do after ending a relationship is to return to the people who truly love you. Family and friends, or any support network you have, are the safest haven for your hurting heart. When in a relationship, we often tend to make our lover the center of our world. They become the place where you seek joy, companionship, and comfort, to the point that you gradually forget about other equally important relationships. If this accurately describes your situation, this is the time for you to go back, to reconnect with family and friends, the people who have always been there, whether you realize it or not. Getting over your ex is not an overnight process. It's like giving up a habit that's deeply ingrained in your life. Initially, every day, every hour, every minute can feel like a battle, but you don't have to go through it alone. Time is a powerful companion. Pain, no matter how deep, will eventually fade. The important thing is that you have to accept that the relationship is over, that there is no hope of going back. Don't let souvenirs, photos, or material memories pull you back. They are not just inanimate objects, but also anchors that hold you in the past. Letting go of them is not denying the memories, but a way for you to free yourself from the invisible bond. And what about the saying, the fastest way to get over someone is to get under someone else? This does not mean rushing into a new relationship that you are not ready for. Instead, understand that opening yourself up to new experiences, including dating, is a way to rediscover yourself and find joy in life again. Be gentle with yourself. You don't have to fall in love immediately. You don't have to find a replacement. Just open your heart to see the world from a different perspective, to realize that there are still opportunities out there, meaningful connections that you never knew existed. Acknowledge that pain is inevitable. The longer a relationship, the deeper the emotional ties, the more painful the breakup will be. Accept that this pain is just what it takes for you to grow in your life's journey. Let family, friends, and yourself help you through this. Every moment you spend connecting with them, every new memory you create, will be a step forward in helping you escape the shadow of the past. You're not just getting over a relationship, you're finding yourself again little by little. And that, in itself, is something to cherish. Number 7. Don't view a breakup as a failure. A common mistake many people, especially men, make is to see a breakup as a failure. As men, we're often raised with a binary mindset. Everything in life is categorized as either success or failure. When a relationship ends, you might feel like you failed, that you weren't good enough, that you did something wrong. But the truth is, relationships aren't a game, and a breakup isn't a result that defines your worth. Take time to reflect on the relationship you just left, not to assign blame or dwell in pain, but to learn and grow. Maybe you were overly jealous, or perhaps you didn't express as much romance as you wished. But don't see these things as failures. Instead, view them as lessons, opportunities to improve yourself, not just for the next person, but for your own sake. You've probably heard the saying, you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself. And it's true. If you notice issues like jealousy, insecurity, or low self-esteem, this is your chance to face and resolve them. Not to prove anything to anyone, but to free yourself from the negative emotions that are holding you back. If you feel incapable of taking care of yourself or enhancing your quality of life, start there. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need a solid foundation to step into a new relationship with a healthier heart. After each relationship, one of the most important things you can do is find the silver lining. This is how you derive meaning from pain, how you see the good even in the darkest moments. Maybe the relationship helped you realize what you truly want in a partner, or it taught you your own boundaries and needs. Every experience, whether painful or sweet, is part of your journey of growth. A breakup is not a failure, it's simply a turning point on the road to self-discovery. And the beautiful thing is that you have the chance to start again, to love in a more mature and fulfilling way, and most importantly, to become the best version of yourself. Number 8. Find your passion and build value for yourself. A breakup isn't just the end of a relationship, it's also an opportunity to begin a new journey, a journey of self-discovery. During a relationship, we sometimes forget what used to excite us, lose sight of our dreams and personal goals, and even forget how to love ourselves. This is the time to reconnect with yourself, rediscover forgotten passions, or explore entirely new ones. Ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? What makes me want to get up in the morning? Maybe you've always wanted to learn an instrument, try a new sport, or write a book. Now is the time to turn those ideas into reality. Investing your time and energy in your passions not only distracts you from thoughts of your ex, but also gives you a sense of fulfillment and pride in yourself. Building personal value isn't just about achieving grand accomplishments, it's also about how you treat yourself every day. Take time to care for your body and mind, eat healthily, exercise, meditate, or simply allow yourself to rest when needed. These small habits not only make you feel better, but also create a strong foundation for confidence and personal growth. Rediscovering your passions and building value isn't about proving anything to anyone, not even your ex. This is a journey you undertake for yourself. When you focus on self-development, you'll gradually realize that happiness doesn't come from someone else, but from balance and fulfillment within yourself. Ultimately, the growth, passion, and value you cultivate will become the guiding light in your new journey. This is how you turn pain into strength, loss into opportunity, and the past into motivation to move forward, a brighter, better version of yourself.